Hello everyone, it's me, Demented Ghastly here with another nice video that you can just listen to if you'd like. So today we are going to be going over my top 5 characters for every generation of Total Drama in Disventure Camp. And I just wanted to explain my reasoning for each. Now, this isn't like a top 10 type video where here's my top 10 characters of all time for Disventure Camp and Total Drama and stuff like that. I've made past ones like that before. My opinions have definitely changed, and they will continue to change as time goes on. But first of all, let's get through this. So, for number 5 for Gen 1, I have Tyler. I feel like he's an incredibly enjoyable character. His relationships with other characters are sweet. He's one of the nicest jocks out there. And I don't know, he's a goofy, silly little guy. I like him. He's cool. Next, there's Noah. His one-liners and world tour are incredible, and his relationship with Emma in Ridonculous Race is amazing. I loved it a lot. This character overall is, I think, one of the best characters in Total Drama. But not S tier worthy. He's definitely A. He's definitely A tier, that's for sure. He's not good enough to be an S. Now, an actual S tier character, Harold. This character's written so well, it's absolutely insane. He really should have won action, it's true. This character is freaking insane and proves that nerds can do anything that they put their mind to. If they, gave him a chance to celebrate his winnings instead of having everybody have dementia about him pulling off incredible stunts, then, maybe he'd be even a better character. Next, we have Ezekiel. This character has so much potential. Ezekiel has an incredible amount of potential. His backstory is absolutely insane, and you can kind of theorize about what type of character this is. He's a very sweet kid who was sheltered for most of his life, has some very specific background stuff that if you want, you can watch my videos on Ezekiel. I've done a lot of them. And his transmutation was very sad for me. And finally, Cody. I'm sorry, Ezekiel's my entire brand, but Cody is he's just Cody, man. Like, he's Cody. like some of the stuff is just so peak, and especially the, stuff about him, being, she's my dream girl, I'm just not her dream guy. I fuck heavy with that, man. I fuck heavy with that, dude. If I'm gonna get friend zoned, I at least want to help them out. I just want other people to be happy. Is that, too much to ask for? Come on. Also, this is supposed to be a 2. Okay. So that's all for Gen 1. Now on to Gen 2. For my number 5, we have Lightning. I think Lightning never really has a low point, but I feel like a lot of people kind of put him a little bit too high for me. I'd say he's not, he's definitely not top 10, probably not top 15, but I don't have a lot of, favorite Revenge of the Island characters, but I think he is incredibly funny. And does have, a lot of really good moments that you can point to. And he was one of the ones that didn't get even more stupid in All-Stars, because he was already stupid to begin with. Next is Jo. I think this character is so incredibly slept on. She's amazing. She's got all these different ways that you could go with her character. She has a great relationship with Brick. Speaking of relationship with Brick is the next one, number 3. I think these two together make for a great duo. These 3 as well, they make for a great trio as well. I think that Brick is just a genuinely good character, and I like him. I like how they show his insecurities. I like how they still show him as a heroic person. I like how they show Joe as a very competitive person who will do anything to get by. I feel like she didn't overstay her welcome by, you know, being a problem. It was good. Let's see. So next is the overrated girl herself, but I can't help it. Every friggin' moment that she talks is just a banger, but she doesn't spend very much time on screen, which is why I can completely understand why she's, you know, so overrated, because they didn't give her a chance to, like, have that moment of, like, ooh, this character is starting to get worse, because she wasn't there long. She just kind of got, I guess. But I feel like she's got so many, like, episode-stopping banger one-liners that should definitely be looked at. And number one is Scott. In All-Stars, he carried All-Stars for me. He carried All-Stars on his back. Hardcore just carried that season, and I love it. I also loved him in Revenge of the Island. I did think that the ending was a little bit messed up for him, but, you know, what you gotta do? I like how they kept him having shark trauma into the new season. I thought that was an interesting touch, because they don't usually have that much of continuity. I thought his relationship with Courtney was actually really cute too, and I feel like, if not for Duncan, I feel like he would have been an actually pretty decent candidate for someone who Courtney could go out with, and it wouldn't actually be toxic, because he likes it that way. Sammy, or Sammy as I prefer to call her. Sammy is just sweet. I like her a lot. I feel like they could have done so much with her. Super, just like, the way they dropped her was just so unfair. They should have done more with her. I've definitely done the video or two about her or about fixing her writing, so definitely go and check those out. The next one I have is Max. I was sleeping on this character, I'm gonna be real, and then some people, like, were talking about how great Max is. I'm like, well, what do you mean? And so I went back and watched Pacateo Island, which, you know, took a toll on my mental health, but, like, he was kind of peak. He was kind of good. He was kind of awesome. I think that Scarlet was actually really good up until the end. And I felt like she actually, like, I could see the slow build up to villain, but it all happened too quickly. Out of freaking nowhere. Like, she was saying some messed up stuff, but, like, good lord, man. You could have done so much better with this character. But, like, I enjoyed her up until that, so I'm gonna put her at number 3. Number 2 and number 1 are pretty basic. Number 2 is Jasmine. She's cool. I like her relationship with Sean. I think she's pretty funny as well. I feel bad for her getting judged because she's tall. You know, pretty good character. I felt like her relationship with Sammy was awesome. And then the person who carried the entire season for me, I know, bored. Everybody's tired of Sean being put at number 1. Sean's my friggin' number 1 Gen 3 character. He's Sean. Like, every reason that I could give you right now has already been said by someone else. I felt like his jokes only got old rarely. He was incredibly funny for me. He actually had some pretty good emotions and depth to him. His relationship with Jasmine was cute, which makes him one of the healthier toll drama couples that we've had, which is actually crazy. That, you know, this weird duo is, like, the safest option. And, you know, I just can't really find faults with Sean, to be honest. I can't, like, critique his writing too much. He's just kind of goated. The next one I think would probably have to be Bowie. Hold on. Even though he's very stereotypically gay, and I guess that could be portrayed as offensive, I think that personally he kind of pulled it off pretty well. I thought he was a pretty interesting villain, being the fact that he wasn't really evil. In fact, he wasn't evil at all. He's just kind of a bad guy when he was doing his stuff. He's very strategic, which I liked. I like when characters are very strategic without being outright antagonistic. I thought his interactions with Wayne, Raj, Julia, he worked well with most characters, and I think that's what brought him into my top 5. Speaking of that, I thought that Raj figuring out he was gay was adorable. That was just an adorable thing, and that's why he comes in at number 4. He also has that dumb jock Tyler-ass, certain thing, and I like that. I like that a lot. Even it's like he's just a little guy. He's so silly. Even if he was a little bit antagonistic only on like the first episode, but like he was like, I'm saying like a lot, okay, but I love this character. He's pretty well written. I feel like the gay romance is incredibly, actually, very, how do I say this? It's very wholesome, and it's also not toxic whatsoever, which is good to have from like our first canon gay romance. So, I'll take that as a win. And obviously, Raj has to go next to his duo, Wayner. Wayne is just amazing. The fact how he's such like a supportive and awkward ally to Raj, and like waiting for him to come out and so happy is like, I feel like every person who's part of the LGBTQ plus community can really look at Wayne and be like, I want a friend like him. Someone who would be so open and so excited to like came out to, because like you can't always trust someone, and you would have to trust someone a lot to come out to them. And Wayne was waiting so patiently for Raj to come out to him, and he was willing to hear him with open arms, and I think we can all respect that. I feel like Ripper is also slept on because the fart jokes are gross and stupid, but the fact that he kind of reminds me of Nelson Muntz kind of carries. Nelson Muntz from The Simpsons, where he's got kind of that thing of like, I'm not gonna bully someone for something they can't change. For instance, he's not bullying Raj or Bowie because they're gay. Or he's not like going to be weird about it to them, His relationship with Axel, I thought, Axel's the only one who can fix him. Like, she's the only one to take that alpha male personality and just kick it out of there. The Amazonian woman is the only one who can kick that little guy's ass. But I feel like a lot of his jokes are just silly and goofy to me. I can kind of shut my brain off for them. I don't have to think too much, and I can just sit back and enjoy. And the same would go for Z. Z is part of my top 10. He's amazing. I can turn my brain off. He's just chill stoner. His chill stoner demeanor and jokes, they always hit. And I feel like the voice actor does an amazing job too. And I can definitely appreciate a good voice actor, as I want to go into voice acting. However, for RR, there's going to be a little bit of a difference in here. So for my 4 and 5, they're going to go to Crimson and Ennui. However, it changes by the day. I've had Dwayne and Dwayne Jr. up here. I've had friggin' I've had the Step Brothers up there. I've had the Rockers up there. I've had multiple characters up there in the RR, so it changes depending on the day, but I feel like these guys are incredibly funny to me. And I admire their relationship and how they're actually once again, one of the more healthier relationships in total drama. Even though Cody didn't have a good relationship, I still think that he can fix Sierra. I believe in the power of him. She just needs a lot of therapy, because I think she does really love him. And it's just something that she really needs to work on. Therapy for Sierra, then boyfriend, okay? Next is Emma. Emma at number 3. I enjoyed Emma and Noah's romance. I thought it was cute. I thought she was also interesting, being kind of a Courtney type character with having this outward shell that she kind of needs to break through. I really enjoyed her stuff. And then the next character would be Jacques. Slay, gay, awesome ice dancer. Personally, Jose annoyed me slightly more. She would have been up here maybe, but I couldn't choose between Ennui and Crimson. However, Jacques is definitely far above. I feel like his voice actor does an amazing job. I like most of the moments that he's in, and I enjoy his relationship with Jose, and I just think he's overall better. Plus, I like the fact that he's like, no, I don't have a problem with cheating. I just don't like getting penalized for it. That was good. And finally, my goat, Kitty. There's nothing wrong with her. She's perfect in every way. She's she's just perfect. She's perfect in every way. Down to the last bit. She's just perfect from head to toe. And I love that. I love how we have a genuinely good-hearted character who, you know, does get mad sometimes, feels tons of emotions, but is genuinely there for a good time. And unlike Z, doesn't try to vote Chris off, okay? She's got more of a brain than some of the other, like, happy-go-lucky characters like Tyler, you know? And I can appreciate that. So for Disventure Camp 1, first character we have, which is at number 5, is Dan. I just like Dan's design. I like it a lot, and it kind of carries him for me, like, a lot. I think his voice actor is also interesting. I feel like they could have done a lot more with the character, though he's a little bit boring for me. And I feel like they should have done a lot more with him being a strategist, hopefully, or strategist. I hope he appears in a future season in order to do anything with his character, because he did not contribute enough to Disventure Camp 1. Next is Fiore. I hate her voice, like everybody else, but you gotta admit, she's a damn good villain. And kind of set off this thing in the way that it did, and got Disventure Camp so much fans. She's just a good villain, and I gotta respect that. Next we have Gabby. Annoying voice. Very annoying voice, but she's just so gosh darn likable. It took me a long time to get back past the voice. In fact, I really, really dislike James because of his voice. But the character was also mid for me, so that's why I hate the character. However, with the new voice actor, I've yet to watch the new Disventure Camp Season 2, so bear with me for my choices for Disventure Camp Season 2 characters. Just bear with me, okay? In fact, I've been holding it off just in case Voice Under the Covers reaches out for like a collab or whatever, because I heard he was doing that. And if he doesn't, you know, I might just watch it then. Gabby, just fun-loving, just good character. I feel like they could have done a little bit more with her mental health problems. Maybe talk about that, guys, because, like, what does she have, guys? Anyway. Alec. I know this is, like, the most basic bitch answer. And it is the most basic bitch answer. I'm just gonna be real here. I mean, like, things like, I like Jake's design and stuff, but the character is not great for me. Meanwhile, Alec, his design is pretty good. His character is really deep. There's like a lot going on there, and I feel like we've really seen him just like as a person, and it may be kind of a shitty person, but we've definitely seen all sides of him. And the best character here, Gret, my freaking goat. She needed to win All-Stars. She was the only one that should have won All-Stars out of like the final 6. Maybe in final 7. She was the only one who should have won. She's the goat, man. Like, I was cheering her on all the way, man. Like, she was really going for the goals. She had like an emotional thing. I didn't like her with Yule, but that was how it's supposed to be. Like, we weren't supposed to like her with Yule. Anyone who ships Yule and Gret has a serious mental disorder that they need to get checked up on. Or the Stockholm Syndrome or something. I don't know. It's like a Stockholm Syndrome, but for characters. Watching characters together, shipping them. Like, what is wrong with you? But, like, Gret cannot fix this man. He is beyond fixing, okay? But Gret is the GOAT. She is an amazing character, and I love her so much. Next we have Connor. Oh, not Connor. Well, you just got spoiled for the number 1 in Disventure Camp 2. So, number 5, we have Lake. I felt like her story was compelling. She really did flop in All-Stars, though. Like, she flopped really, like, wow. Like, Tess and Lake flopped so hard, bro. They were just cannon fodder. Let's be real here. Like, I don't care if they did do stuff. Like, don't go into the comments and tell me that they did stuff. They probably did something. Who? Like, yeah, she was fine. I thought she was compelling. She's a nice character. It's good to have nice characters every now and then. I'd put Aiden up there as well, because for Yule, I'd put him pretty high if it wasn't a love to hate, and I don't think that works with this type of tier list, because I love to hate him, which means that if I put it up here, I'm like kind of lying about it, you know? So overall, Aiden is just pretty good. I like his design especially. I like his interactions with other contestants. I feel like he's kind of down to earth, very human. I thought that the whole detail with him not being able to take his shirt off and then eventually being able to take his shirt off was actually an amazing addition to it, because it kind of goes into like trans men and like their self-consciousness about their scars, stuff like that, which I thought was really nice, like representation to have. Rosa Maria's next. Dude, she's Rosa Maria. She's just, not only is she a baddie, but like she's also really just like, she's just an awesome character. She's nice. She cares for other people. She's a single mom. You gotta respect the hustle going on this show. And then Hunter, because he's smart and strong and good at challenges. I mostly just like his design. I felt like he was a little bit boring, kind of self-insert-y, but like, very self-insert-y actually. But like, yeah, I think that would actually be my main problem with him, is that he's very self-insert type character. So self-insert-y that I cannot... He's the YN of Disventure Camp. Which is crazy because Aiden is in the same cast. But, anyway. Yeah, I liked Hunter. I felt like he's a very chill dude. I would want to hang out with Hunter IRL, you know? And then Connor's number 1. I felt like they really attempted to do the father figure thing, and they didn't do so well at it. However, you know, they tried, and I can appreciate that. They really did try. And I feel really bad for him. Him having to deal with Rhea, he does not deserve that. And so that's why he's at my number 1. I feel like his relationship with Connor was amazing. his relationship with the other contestants was amazing, except for Rhea. But I feel like that was more on Rhea's side of, oh, okay, sure, ooh. So 2 honorable mentions for Disventure Camp 4 is Ted, because, dude, where were you in the last, like, couple episodes? Like, he did nothing. Like, he was, like, one of my favorites, like, probably, like, top 3 until the last couple episodes, where he just didn't do anything. So, yeah, it just didn't do anything. Like, like, everybody else did something, he just didn't, which I thought was kind of weird. And then the other one is Amelie, because she's a baddie. Anyway, if you looking like Amelie, ring my line. Hit my line, bitch. Anyway, let's see. So, Disventure Camp 4. My number 5 would be the character that I originally put as F on every tier list as a running joke because he is a loser, is Benji, the loser. He's a goofball. I love him. He's just awesome. Like, I can like some bad guy characters. Like, Heather's pretty far up there, but every now and then I enjoy, and so, like, complex characters like Gret and Connor and stuff like that, but I enjoy the boring, bland, goofy character like Benji. Heck, he's not even bland, because he's trying to figure out his way in life, and I can respect that too. You know, you do what you want to do, Benji, and I'm sure you'll get there eventually. Thank God he's in the new season. Now, Natalia. Natalia 1 is also a baddie. If you built like Natalia, please ring my line, ho. Anyway, but for real though, she was so funny in the last couple episodes, and I just really enjoyed all of her screen time. I enjoyed her little rant before she got eliminated, and even though she was just kind of there and didn't do much, when she was talking, she was kind of a diva. I just want to state that for Richard, he also didn't do very much, but I still really like him. I want to state that. The next character is Alessio. Oh man, the places, whoa. Like, the first 2 episodes he was in, oh my god. Like, those were really good, and I put him really far. He was a perfect first boot. And then you showed him off at, like, the different times where you showed all the eliminated contestants, and he was just so good there, too. His thing with the guitar, that was, oh my god, it was beautiful writing for this character. And every time after that, like, this character just could not hit, you know? Like, he could not be a bad character. He just was awesome every time we saw him. And that might be due to the lack of screen time, but I felt like all the time that we did see him on screen, he was really good as well. Next one is Tristan. Tristan, kind of like Benji, pretty good-natured, except Tristan's less of a funny character like Benji is, and less of a loser, and Tristan's more of just like the chill person that you'd actually want to hang out with. I thought that if you watch my video on Tristan's elimination episode, or my video where I react to Tristan's elimination episode, I have my gripes with the creators, and I would love to speak to them one-on-one about the portrayal of this non-binary character, and how I think that there is one serious issue that you want to find out what my issue was, go watch the reaction to Tristan's elimination episode. I'm not gonna tell you which one it is, just in case. But yeah, I thought that their relationship with Benji was also really cute, and I ship it. It's good. I've seen a lot of people ship Benji and Hannah lately, but you know what? I like my wholesome, dumb, no problems, no drama couple that, for once, I don't need to worry about having some serious issue at a random point, you know? Even if it's a little bit out of nowhere, I felt like this was a good experience for both of them. And finally, my actual GOAT, my favorite Disventure Camp character, Richard. He was Connor done right. He did all the right things for being a good leader, a good coach, a good father figure. He pulled it all off. His relationship with Tristan was awesome. His relationship with characters like Logan was awesome. His relationship with most characters was awesome. Even Linda is pretty friggin' good. And he definitely didn't overstay his welcome. He was a challenge beast, which I think everybody friggin' forgets. This guy was like goated in most of the challenges until they had to like stop him from being so goated at challenges at around the end before his elimination, because they're like, oh shit, how are we gonna eliminate him if he's actually the GOAT? So yeah, that was the problem. But yep, that's my top 5 characters for every generation of Toll Drama and Disventure Camp. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, hit that notification bell. Make sure to go outside, compliment someone's hair, and make the world a little bit better place. Bye-bye!